Another way to get digital audio out of your computer is with an interface that has an odd little name. It's the Sony Philips Digital Interconnect Format, or SPDIF. It's difficult to say, but what's really nice about this, it allows you to plug in a connection audio into your system that is already digital. So you don't need an extra USB connection and another device just to get digital out of your computer. And this digital can be provided either through copper. This is just an RCA cable that's going to provide that digital signal, or through an optical connection. The optical connection looks like this. It's just an optical connection that you would plug in with fiber optics between two devices. Now, obviously, the device on the other end that you're plugging into has to also recognize the standardized format from Sony and Philips. But as long as you have something on both sides that can do that, you're in pretty good shape. A lot of the newer mixers and a lot of newer audio devices will support this SPDIF type connection between those two. You just have to check and see what availability you have and make sure the device that you're getting does either both the input and the output of that, or neither or either. You have to make sure that you're receiving or sending the right type of digital signal there, and the device you're getting will support that. So as long as you have those things all taken care of, you're fine. This format is not one you'll find a lot, but if it's something where you want to make sure all the devices you're using are using that format, it's a great one to use. If you're a musician, then you probably already know about MIDI, and that stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. And again, it's that digital part that's really, really important. If you have a keyboard or you have another device and you'd like to have that musical instrument output in digital format directly into a computer, it's a great way to do it. You have a MIDI interface on your keyboard, you have a MIDI interface on this device, and then this device would plug into your computer via USB or via Firewire. It's very simple to set up and run. It's a very standardized format. MIDI has been around for years and years and years. So it's a very common format to see on musical instruments. So if you have musical instruments, you may want to find a MIDI device. If you have vocals, you may want to find another device that combines both MIDI and combines inputs from an XLR or a 1/4-inch jack. It just depends on exactly the type of connectivity you have, but the important part is you're keeping it digital all the way from the device all the way into the computer. And in the end, that's what you want to get the best possible audio signal you can get so it sounds exactly the way you recorded it. Now we've gotten the audio that is in our computer and we want to play it, or we've gotten audio that we've recorded. We want to be able to hear what we've done. And as I mentioned earlier, you want to be able to hear it in the best possible way. If you've got a new laptop and you've played a video or you've played a CD, you may have noticed that it didn't sound very good. It has these very small speakers inside of a laptop. You can only do so much with fidelity inside such a small space. Or you may have a desktop computer, and most desktop computers don't even come with speakers. So you may want to add on audio speakers. You can get speakers very inexpensively, or you can get a big fancy setup like this that has a subwoofer and it has larger tweeters and it has a system you would put surround sound speakers behind you. Very complex, very, very specialized type environment. One thing to keep in mind is you keep your subwoofer away from your computer. This obviously is a very big speaker, so it has a very big magnet inside of it. So you want to be sure you keep magnets away from computers. Those two don't like each other. Magnets are the kryptonite of your computer, so keep those far away. Also, your subwoofer shake. This is very low frequency bass that's pumping out of that, and you don't want the hard drive inside of your computer to be subjected to a lot of shaking. That can cause problems too. So make sure that if you do get a high-end audio speaker system, make sure you keep that subwoofer over on the side of the room. One nice thing about subwoofers is they're not very directional. They're really there just for that low sound, that low frequency, and our human ears can't really discern where a low frequency is coming from. So keeping it in the corner is probably a really good idea. If you don't want to have speakers, or you're in an environment like mine where you'd like to have everything quiet, then you may want to just get some really nice high quality studio headphones. These are the Sennheiser headphones that I'm using right now. And these headphones are great because they're all the way over the ear. And what I found is that headphones is very particular. Some people like in-ear headphones. Some people like around the ear big headphones like I do. Other people just like the headphones to be very small and sit on the outside of the ear. The important part is that you get headphones that are at nice high quality so that you have the highest range of frequency available. And that way you're able to hear the highs, you're able to to hear the lows and everything in between. And if you work on your computer with a lot of audio, or you spend a lot of time in front of your computer like I do, you also want to make sure those headphones are very, very comfortable. These Sennheisers are great for me.